It's like he's fallen in love with defending it, and he's just going to die to a swarm of elves and Tarmogoyfs and things. So, I mean, with Shuhei on 17, where's the crackback? It's like if he draws another Lord...
Well, if he has Cryptic Command, he can... he gets to buy a whole turn. Rejury Cryptic Command here would give him... what?
Well, it definitely looks like Jan wants to play offense, which has got to mean that Cryptic Command is going to be playing defense. All right, smashy, smashy, into the red zone for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 potential. Shuhei has a token available to block, and I saw a Mutavault hiding in there too.
No. My sick read here says Jan has a Cryptic Command.
That's, yes. Okay, Boreal Druid lines up against Lord of Atlantis. That would be a trade. The Elf token is looking to trade with Curse Catcher. So Shuhei is willing to take 8 right here and make a couple of trades.
Not so willing. He's like, oh, I can chump 6.
Well, if he has the ability to kill Lord of Atlantis, that would be awesome. If he had the ability to kill Lord of Atlantis, would he have done that last turn? Okay. Goes back to the initial block. He's willing to go trade, including the Lord. And then
protect the Lord.
Sig is, of course, going to protect Lord of Atlantis.
Trade there.
Jan is willing, does not want to use Sig a second time, is willing to let the Curse Catcher die. 8 damage to Shuhei, dropping him to 9.
9.
So Shuhei's on 9, and Roos has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potential 10 attackers next turn. So there's got to be a Cryptic Command here. Yes. Jan has the Cryptic Command. That will tap all of Shuhei's creatures.
Control and
Draw a card. Shuhei's going to go ahead and make an Elf token. So he's got a gigantic army, which is tapped. Now, Ken Shuhei got a Mutavault to play defense. That needed something. Jan has lethal. 1 Mutavault playing defense for Shuhei Nakamura, which it sure looked like he knew this was coming. He had it in his hand. He's probably been slow rolling it, quite frankly. Can Jan punch through?
There's another Lord.
There's another Lord.
That should be the game.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That looks lethal. Shuhei needs a trick, or he's going to take 9, and Jan Roos is going to win this game.
That looks like
a scoop hand. That is a scoop hand. Wow. Jan Roos stitches together precisely 20 points of damage. Lord of Atlantis, I think, came off the top of the deck on the last turn. He played...
That's exactly what he needed. Cryptic Command and a Lord.
Cryptic Command and a Lord, and he got the job done. Wow. Great game by Jan Roos. That Lord of Atlantis was sitting on top of his deck against Mahara, too.
That's right.
He's won 2 games in a row playing the top deck Lord on the last turn. Yeah, pretty much. He had a little more time against Mahara, probably, but great series of decisions there. I would have been really tempted to try to buy more time by trading creatures on when Shuhei went all in on that one attack.
Sure, but then you're not going to have as much time. You're not going to be pressing Shuhei's time on the crackback.
I agree completely. No, in retrospect, I think Jan's play was clearly correct, and we were speculating in the wrong direction. Like, okay, you buy a couple of turns, but to what purpose?
Right.
Unless he's got the ability to hit him for like about 9 plus about 9. I mean, hit him for 8 and then 9. And I think Jan was playing, okay, he's got Cryptic Command, so he can potentially, 1 crackback and then a Cryptic Command. He wanted to win the game in 2 attacks.
Right.
So he played to maximize the number of creatures that he had left, and he figured, all right, I'm going to take damage. I can go to 1 here, because if I ever get attacked again by anything, I'm pretty much going to lose.
Right.
He played the game so that he could crack back, 1 Cryptic Command, crack back again, had to win it that way. Needed help from the top of his deck. Like, he had the top deck Lord of Atlantis to pull this off. Or, I guess if Shuhei does not have a Mutavault. Right. Like, he either needs Shuhei to be on absolute blanks, which we got the likely scenario where, in fact, Shuhei had the ability to play a blocker post Cryptic Command. So Jan needed the top of his deck, played for it, got it. Very well played game.
Good players are often accused of being lucky, but the good players give themselves the most turns.
Completely agree.
And the right situation to be in when the top of their deck rewards them.
Right, yeah, you could easily say, oh, Jan got lucky, top deck Lord of Atlantis, but no, in fact, he played for it. Right? Good players get lucky because they put cards in their deck that will be good when they draw them off the top. Right?
Yeah.
And then he plays, okay, the only way I can win this game is this series plays out, where, there's a couple of variants on the series. But yeah, he might have to top deck Lord to win that game, but okay, fair enough. That's better than just sitting here and dying or trading creatures and having no game plan for winning.
How much pressure's on Nakamura here?
Decent amount. I think he thought he had that game. That was sort of not the way Shuhei had it drawn up. His draw was looking good, but hey, Cryptic Command will do that. I mean, probably it's one of the ways the Fairy deck will beat you, right?
Yeah. Cryptic Command is just a stunningly powerful card. Every option is good.
Right.
Dismiss was good enough to be played. Dismiss plus.
I ran that card a couple of times.
Plus.
Still on the back table? So on the back table, Younghan Chu has managed to take game 2 and even that match at a game apiece.
Starting with 7 cards is better than starting with 5 cards?
In fact, yes.
Yeah.
Sower of Temptation stole and he was able to just attack. Got thought seized a couple of times, couldn't stitch the combo together, but you don't always need to when you get a Sower of Temptation.
I watched him play a lot this weekend, and he was beating down with Revelark as often as he was doing anything. He was just flying over and attacking for 4.
You see those guys shuffling up for game 3. Meanwhile, we'll watch game 2 between Jan and Shuhei.
Shuhei comes out with Pendelhaven Llanowar Elf. No
Islands
turn
go
play.
for Jan Roos. It's unusual to see the Merfolk deck shift past the turn on turn 1.
There's the perfect. Turn 2. I gotta say, I did not think Roos would win game. Oh, and there's
Sunlance.
the Sunlance.
Out of the sideboard.
19. And the Type Mystic. Wow.
Llanowar gets into the red zone for 2, thanks to Pendelhaven. And that's it for Shuhei. Wow. He had a turn 2 perfect draw. Sunland seems to have taken a lot of the wind out of his sails here in game 2.
I said that earlier. John was like, how did I not think of Sunlance for my Merfolk deck? He said, that card is just perfect.
Yes.
No pun intended here.
Silvergill Adept revealing
A Merfolk.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch which one.
I think it was another Type Mystic, actually.
Go.
Gets in there for 1. 17 to 19.
Treetop Village is coming in.
Shuhei's hand seems to have a bunch of land in it so far.
And the
Taps the Pendelhaven so that he can smash with Treetop.
And the Ape tribe is heard from.
Then
Plays
plays
the
the
Swamp.
Forest.
Holding Terror or an Animals Inversion, obviously.
Yeah, he could have... I mean, Shuhei had a couple options there with his mana, right? He could have played the Swamp, used it to activate Treetop, and then had Pendelhaven on Llanowar Elf. He could have brawled with Llanowar Elf if he wanted to. He also had the option to play Treetop Village tapped that turn, but in fact, as you point out, he decided that the best use of those last couple of mana was to leave up Terror.
That last game was really, I think, defined by Sig River Guide. That's another.
Yeah, well, here's another Adept.
It's another 2.
Draws a card and shows Lord of Atlantis.